Hey, hey, Facebook fam. Hey, hey, everybody who may be watching. It's Sunday and it is 8 o'clock, so you know what that means. It is once again time for Self-Care Sundays. Ooh, didn't realize my hair is fluffing a little bit everywhere. But anywho, come on in, get comfy, get settled, grab some friends, some family, whoever you got with you. Somebody who may need to work on or improve their self-care, get them in here so they can get these good nuggets. Tonight we talking about something that gets me fired up, so we're going to get to that in a minute. But first, a few announcements. Don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know that you are watching because I want to put your name into our quarterly prize pack drawing. So go ahead and do that. Even if you're watching on a replay, I do try to go back and check those before Facebook takes the videos down. Secondly, if you have been missing any of the Self-Care Sundays, I have been putting those up on my YouTube channel. So if you missed it, you can go and catch it over there, catch the replay, and take a look until I figure out how to get them back over here without messing things up. So we working on it. Anywho, other announcements. I'm so excited because tickets for the virtual Women's Summit, if I can get my words out, the virtual Women's Summit go on sale December 1st at 9 a.m. And I'm just sharing this on my other page, so that's why I'm pausing for a moment. But December 1st at 9 a.m. tickets for that do go on sale. So let me give you a little bit more info. The event is called Sacred Space, Conversations Your Mama Didn't Have. So this one is for the ladies. We're going to be talking about lots of things: thriving after divorce, parenting, single, successful, and childless, embracing self-care and rest, grief and the strong woman myth, the sensual woman. We're going to be talking about hiding in plain sight, the abuse we allow. So we got some great conversations and amazing people coming to facilitate and lead these conversations, to share their wisdom, knowledge, and insight with you. But it's really all about just creating safe spaces for us to have these conversations. Fellas, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm working on some stuff for you guys too. But tickets for that go on sale. If you want to come to the whole summit, it's $35. If you want to do night by night or the topics that apply to you or interest you, they're $7 per night. So when you go on to the website, tickets are going to be at cjakeese.com. When you go onto the site, you'll see the individual nights broken down. If you want to do the full conference, make sure you pick the one that says it doesn't have a topic across the top. So it'll just say the name of the event, Sacred Space, Conversations Your Mama Didn't Have. So that one, and the ticket price is $35. If you do that, you'll get the links for each night. Otherwise, if you want to, like I said, if you want to just choose the night that applies to you, or if there's a couple that apply to you or whatever, you can do it however you would like. The funds for that will be going towards helping produce future events and to cover a scholarship fee for someone who may want to come to the mental health retreat but can't afford it. So, second announcement, mental health retreats. And, let me rewind because I didn't give you dates. That is March 16th through the 22nd. So Monday through Friday, it'll be at 7 p.m. That's Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and then Sunday at 6 p.m. So it'll take the place of Self-Care Sundays for that Sunday. But all of that's in the details and in the ticket info. So go to CJ Keese and you can look at that, read about it. The tickets go on sale December 1st. All right. So moving on. Retreat 2026, which I'm super excited about and is about halfway sold out, and I haven't even put it out publicly to advertise for it yet. This year's theme is Discovering Me. We'll be back in the resort area over near Kissimmee at a beautiful Airbnb from May 14th to 18th with some amazing workshops, time to grow, learn, discover you, talk about the things that keep you from being your best version of you, and just having some time to relax, to reset, to get refreshed. So tickets for that will also be on sale. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow. But if you want to come and you want to reserve your spot, I did set up a payment plan this year, so you can pay a $50 deposit. It is non-refundable, but it is transferable to hold your spot. And then you can make payments for the rest of that. I have 8 spaces left, and those are bunk bed rooms shared. So there's 4 people in each of those rooms. So if you don't mind being cozy with some new friends, or if you got some friends that want to come along, you can book a room together. Those spots are $275 a piece. That includes your food, all your supplies, the workshops, everything for the weekend, which is a steal for a mental health retreat. We have a private pool and hot tub at the house, and we also get resort amenities for the big pool area and all that stuff, the gym, all the things that are on site. So if you want to come join us. I'm excited. Some of the ladies from last year are coming back. We got some new ladies coming. We have some new presenters coming this year, new games, all kinds of fun stuff. But it's really going to be a time to refresh yourself, to dig deep, and do some work to discover you. All right? So that's that. Also, just give you a couple other things that are coming up in 2026. And I haven't released dates or anything for these yet, but I'm doing a pastoral and ministry leaders workshop. It is all about helping prevent burnout, putting systems in place so that you can thrive in ministry and truly tap into utilizing your other leaders and your team, making a plan for rest and self-care, all those good things that sometimes leaders neglect to do or to give attention to because they're so focused on going and being and doing and showing up. But they're really not giving their assignment their best self because they're burnt out. Number one reason that ministers walk away from their posts, that they leave, that they close down churches, is because they're burnt out, they're tired, they're exhausted, and the weight of everything is too heavy on them. So we want to help prevent some of that and give you some tools, if that is where you are, to help get you back on track. So that's something that's near and dear to my heart. Because I've been on both sides of that holy and sacred desk. I know the pressures that come with running a ministry, planting a church, starting, being in leadership. I think I've served in every position in leadership in the church except worship leader. I was on the praise team for a little bit, but I wasn't leading no songs. I was just humming in the background. But I've been the pastor. I've been on the admin team. I've worked with the kids. I taught Sunday school. I was a greeter. I was an usher. I was a cook in the kitchen. I done wash dishes, clean the bathrooms, everything. So each one of those roles is crucial and has its own place in the body and the church. Hey, Mother Shells, love you much. And I have a prize for you. You won our last quarter prize pack. So hopefully I can give it to you soon. We're gonna have to set us a date. But anywho, I've served in lots of positions, and I know that each one of those comes with its own weights and responsibilities. And sometimes, especially if you're starting out small and you're the pastor or ministry leader, you're wearing all the hats. So I want to help take some of that pressure off, take some of that stress and weight off of our leaders so that they can lead effectively, so they can give their best to their assignment, their calling, and do what it is that God has called them to do without having to worry about doing everything by themselves, okay? And burning out the diligent and faithful workers that they do have, because that's an issue too. So we're going to talk about all of that in that workshop. So that's coming soon as well. I have some men's mental health things coming up. I don't have all of the details for that yet, but I will be in Kentucky and possibly Tennessee doing some of those things. So look out, I'm hitting the road, I'm traveling. We're working on plans for the mental health tour. The plan is to hit 5 different cities in 2026 to bring mental health education, advocacy, and awareness to our communities because we're underserved. We are least likely to seek help and to receive help for various reasons. Some of it is because of availability. Some of it is financial. Some of it is because it's been taboo in our communities for so long. So we want to change that. We want to change the stigma. We want to be out and open and let people know that it's okay to seek help. It's okay to go to counseling, to therapy. It's okay to have Jesus and a therapist. You can do both and you still saved. Just because you go to therapy don't mean you don't trust God, because there are lots of Christian counselors, therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, all of that. We're here in the marketplace and we know how to integrate faith and medicine. Okay, so that's that. I think that's all the announcements for now. Oh, no, it's not. I'm going to be, hey, Linda, I'm going to be at Calvary this year. I get the opportunity to go there and speak in July. So I'm excited about that. And if you're a member of Calvary, Pastor Jackie Dominic is doing some amazing things over there for mental health. She has a monthly symposium called Let's Talk About It, Your Mind Matters. So she's going to be covering a wide range of topics. And I don't think you have to be a member to go, but I know it's going to be like once a month from 1 to 2:30. If you're interested in going, I have the dates. I'll double check with her to make sure I can share. But I'll be there July 5th. Talking about Fear Less, Live More, challenging your thoughts. And some of my colleagues are going to be there, so I'm super excited for them as well. But more churches really need to get on board with embracing and talking about mental health and sharing things to help their congregants battle this mind and all of the things that happen here, because it's the seat of your emotions. It's really, if this is off, everything else is off. Sometimes it's not a spiritual matter. Sometimes it's a medical matter where you need medication. It's a chemical imbalance. Sometimes it's because of trauma and things that you haven't dealt with, secrets you've been carrying and keeping, lots of things. So the average ministry leader, pastor may not be equipped to help you with your mental health concerns. That's why we partner. That's why we talk about it. That's why we I encourage every church to have a mental health practitioner on staff or be partnered with someone that they can refer to if necessary. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. All right. Like I said, I think that's all the announcements for now. But I do want to share something with you before I get into tonight's topic. This week, I had the opportunity to participate in the Great American Teach-In at Turi T. Small Elementary, and I posted a little blurb about it. I couldn't post the kids, of course, for safety reasons and permission and privacy, but I had an amazing time talking to those kiddos. I got to speak to Miss Sparks's class. She's the music teacher. And so I got a 4th grade class this week that I got to talk to. And we talked about a lot of things in a little bit of time, but I got the opportunity to go back. So she invited me to come back and talk to her classes again. So I'll be going back to Turi T after the first of the year to talk to some more kiddos, which I'm super excited about because I miss them. I miss being in the school with the kids and hearing their logic and pouring into them. So I'm super excited for this opportunity. So teachers, principals, if you out there and you need somebody to come and speak to your class or talk to your kiddos about emotions, mental health, any of that, holla at your girl. I would love to come. All right, so tonight, let's get into it. I titled this Self-Care Sunday Permission Slips because I run into so many people who are waiting for permission to do things, waiting for someone to tell them it's okay to do something, or to take away that feeling of, should I do it? Can I do it? I don't know. Because sometimes it comes from what we've been taught growing up. Sometimes it comes from our circumstances. Other times it may be societal norms or what's been modeled in front of us. I had a conversation with my big brother today, and we talked for a good little while, and we talked about some family things. We talked about relationship dynamics, mental health. We covered a whole lot of topics. Talked about our parents, and how how the older we get, the more like them we're becoming. And all of it ain't good. But, I told him, I said, hey, that's how DNA works. That's how genetics are set up. But we also talked about some things, that we learned along the way, things that were hands-on and on-the-job training, parenting, and different stuff. So it really just kind of made me think, like, who are we waiting on to give us permission for some of these things? Whose permission do we need? I spoke with a friend today at brunch, and she's wanting to buy a house, and she was saying, I've been praying about it, and I don't know if this is the Lord telling me to wait on my husband, or if I got some other things to get in check. And it made me think about my own situation when I wanted to buy a house. I was in that same place. I was like, I really want to do this family thing, have a house and a husband and kids and whatever. Linda, my family's a mess. They hilarious on both sides, and you can't help but laugh at them. But I was like, I want to do it this way, and then it was like a light bulb came on, and it was just like, what are you waiting for? What if the husband never comes? What if this doesn't happen? Are you gonna wait until to get a house for that? Are you gonna put that thing on hold because this hasn't happened? And I thought about those things and so many other things that I was like, oh, I want to do it in this order, or I want to have this done before I do that, or I want to wait to do this before I do that. It was like I wasn't giving myself permission to live, to have the things I want, to experience the things I want. And that's part of how my singles ministry started, because I was like, I'm not going to wait until I get married or get a boyfriend to go out and do nice things, or to treat myself well, or eat at nice restaurants. I'm going to do it now. I don't need to wait on somebody else or somebody's permission to do those things. You hear me oftentimes talk about needing a friend to sign your permission slips. And I stand on that, because sometimes we let self-doubt creep in. We let societal norms and timelines creep in and take control of our life and our thought process, and what we feel about our abilities to do things. And so we stop and we get stuck. We get stifled and stagnant and complacent because we're waiting on this invisible permission slip. We're waiting for somebody to tell us it's okay to go ahead and do that. Well, let me tell you tonight, let me sign all your permission slips at once. It's okay to go after the things you want. It's okay to have the things that you desire. It's okay to do something out of the order that society tells you you should. You can buy a house before you get married. You can go to school. You can get a career. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. It doesn't have to be the way society tries to tell you that it should. There are so many people now who are living in tiny houses and conversion vans and all of this. And I love that, because they're not sticking to societal norms that say, oh, you have to have a big house with land and this and that and blah, blah, blah. They're living their own lives and dreams in a way that works for them. Some of them are saving money, building up their retirement. Some of them are mobile because they want to see the world, and it's cheaper to live in a tiny house or a conversion van that they can pick up and take wherever they want to go and not have to pay for hotels or pay a mortgage or whatever. And they're paying off a loan that would be like the price of a car. And some of us are stuck with mortgage, car, vacation, timeshare, all of those things, trying to get what they have in one thing because somebody told us this was the American dream. So figure out what works for you. What is your dream? Not the American dream, but what is it that you haven't given yourself permission to do? Is it to eat nice food or go on a vacation, to take a trip, to wear your natural hair, to go without makeup, to not shave your beard, whatever, to grow a beard, whatever it is? What have you not given yourself permission to do because somebody told you something or made you feel a way or society says you shouldn't do that? I have a former colleague who told me a little while ago, she was like, oh, I got this new job. I'm saving my money so I can do IVF in a couple of years because I want to have a family. Good for you. That's not everybody's lane because society tells you that you should be married and all of this and that before you have kids. Everybody doesn't desire to be married, but some people do have a desire to be a parent. And you can absolutely do that if that's your choice. You don't have to get married and then have a kid. You can do IVF, you can do adoption, you can foster parent, you can do all of those things. And it doesn't have to just be one way. What have you not given yourself permission to do? What have you not given yourself permission to dream or hope for because somebody told you that you couldn't have it or that you would never have it or never be it? Or you've never seen it modeled. You've never seen a healthy relationship, so you don't even want to date. You haven't had healthy marriages in your family, so you're afraid to commit to somebody. You're afraid that it's not going to work out. You've never seen a lot of money because you grew up poor, but that doesn't mean you can't have a lot of money. That doesn't mean you can't be the one that breaks that generational habit or pattern and goes out here and creates generational wealth that shifts it for everybody. What have you not given yourself permission to do? I'm going to let you think about that for a minute. While I was talking to my brother today, we were talking about advice that our dad gave us and different things that he would say and stuff he would share with us. And I remember my daddy telling me, if you can't be the boss, you don't need them. And I crack up thinking about that and in my dating relationships and different things. And for a long time, I ain't really date because the dating pool got pee, poop, throw up, and dead bugs in it. And it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. I was pursuing other things. When I was younger, in high school and college, I didn't really date a lot. I had a boyfriend here and there, but I didn't date a lot because I was focused on getting my grades, getting my education, bettering myself, giving myself opportunities that I thought were going to set me up to have a better future. And I say that not that they didn't, because they did. My education has greatly helped me in doing what I do and having the opportunities that I have. But sometimes I weigh those costs and those decisions and ask myself, was I too focused on books and learning and career that I missed out on the opportunity to be married and have a family and a husband and all of those things? And so those are things that I reckon with in looking at my permission slips. Not that nobody told me I couldn't. It was internal. I put those parameters on myself to say, I'm going to focus on my education. I'm going to get established. I want to do these things before I have a family. Partly because I watched my mom and the other women in my family who were single parents, single mothers, raise their children to have to pull together and work together and struggle to raise us and take care of us. And I was like, I don't want that. if I'm going to have kids, I want them to grow up in a 2-parent household where we started out as a unit who wanted to have a family, and we planned a family, not because we was oopsing and now I'm trying to get a deadbeat daddy to take care of their kid. And I'm not saying that's everybody's story that's a single parent, because I had a great father. He was amazing. He was always part of my life. He was always involved. He was always there. He supported. He did what he needed to do. But it's different when you grow up in the house with 2 parents than with 1 parent. I couldn't come home and tell my daddy about my day or ask him whatever. I had to pick up the phone and call him. He always answered. If I needed him, he would come. He was about an hour away, but still, it's different. It was different for my mother because she didn't have another set of hands in home, and that she could just say, go ask your daddy, go tell your daddy. I had a stepdad when I got to middle school who was amazing. He was a great stepdad to me and still is, but different, so I didn't give myself permission to do some of those things. And I questioned that, but, and here's the but, looking back, I wouldn't have been ready. I thought I was, but no. I thought I was ready to get married at 19, but God knew better. He was like, no, I still got to do a little more work on you first. You got some things you need to experience and live through and do, and some stuff I need to pour into you first. And we got to be careful of our words, because he's making me stand on every single one of those words about being established in my career and finishing school and all of that before I have a family, because it's something that I actually prayed about. Not that I just said it. I was like, God, I want to be these things before I become a mother, before I become a wife. I didn't know it was going to take me this long, but oh well, I'm grateful however he chooses to bless me and work those things out. But sometimes we have to look at the things that we didn't give ourselves permission to and how they've affected where we are now. And what things do we need to go back and change? What do we need to give ourselves permission to do now that we didn't before? What permissions do we need to take away if you've been a little too indulgent? If you've been over there, as they say, in the devil's lettuce. If you haven't cared for your temple, take those permissions away. Revoke the permission to smoke, to drink, to destroy your body, to eat too much, to not take care of yourself. Revoke those permissions. Give yourself permission to live healthy, to eat healthy, to take care of your body, to go to the doctor, to drink water, to get enough rest. Give yourself permission to care for you first. Because a lot of times that's where we mess up. We try to take care of everybody else first, and then we on the back burner, and by the time we realize it, we broke down. Your liver done shut down. Your lung is, your pancreas halfway working. Your mind is ate up because you've been so stressed out trying to do everything for everybody and be everything to everybody, and haven't taken care of yourself. You ain't slept and had a good night's rest in 47 years because you've been taking care of everybody, their mom and daddy. You don't know what a vacation looks like. You ain't never had more than 2 days off it because your job gave you a holiday or it was a long weekend. You never had time to just rest and relax and do nothing because you've been on go mode and taking care of everybody but you. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to live and not just exist, to thrive, which means to excel in all of your areas, to do it with excellence, to be great at it, not just to, I'm here. Don't be Eeyore. Don't be Eeyore. Enjoy life. Eat good food. Go on vacation. See the world. Connect with your family and friends or people that you love and care about. Take the risk to fall in love, to date, to meet people, to start businesses, to go after your dreams, no matter how old you are. As long as you got breath in your body, it's never too late. Many, many people have done things later in life because they didn't have the opportunities when they were younger. They didn't have the resources when they were younger. And now they do. Or maybe the opportunity just now came along. Sometimes the things that we desire, we aren't ready for at that point in our life. So it has to come find us later. And that's okay too. So, give yourself permission. Sign that slip. Take some time to think about what you haven't given yourself permission to do. What has somebody else told you? Oh, you'll never do that. You'll never be that. Give yourself permission to do it. My affirmation card today, it says, on today, can't nothing hold me down. So, what's holding you down? What's holding you back? What permissions and parameters need to be revoked? And which ones need to be given? Think about it in every area of your life, in every area and aspect of self-care. What have you not given yourself permission to do spiritually? Is it let go? Is it forgive? Is it to truly trust and lean and depend on God? What have you not given yourself permission to do financially? Stick to a budget, save, live within your means. Stop lending people money. Say no when they ask for stuff. Ooh, I know that's stepping on somebody's toes. What have you not given yourself permission to do socially? Trust again, make new friends, meet new people, get out of the house, go somewhere, try something new that maybe we don't always do. Get out. Be adventurous. As my mama's best friend, Furman, would always say, broaden your horizons. Go experience some things. What have you not given yourself permission to do intellectually? Learn a new language, read, study, dig a little deeper in your knowledge and not just take stuff at face value. Do some puzzles. Do something to keep your brain sharp. Don't just waste what God gave you. If you're sitting on gifts and talents and knowledge, give yourself permission to use those. Emotionally, is it addressing that trauma? Is it forgiveness in that area? Is it dealing with secrets that you've been carrying that have been weighing you down? Have you not given yourself permission to go get help? Have you not given yourself permission to say that thing out loud and acknowledge that it happened? We could go on and on in this area, but give yourself permission emotionally to heal, to be whole, to be free, to let go of everything that's weighing you down. Physically, what have you not given yourself permission to do? Is it trusting your body after injury? Is it getting off some of the medication that you're on, taking some medication that you know you need, changing your lifestyle, your eating habits, getting in the gym, working out? What is it? What have you not given yourself permission to do? Oh, professionally. When it comes to work, have you given yourself permission to tell them people no? Give yourself permission to set boundaries at work and ask for the money that you deserve. Give yourself permission to get out of dead-end jobs that no longer serve you, that you feel horrible every time you have to walk into the building. Give yourself permission to liberate yourself. Find another job, create an exit plan, because none of those things is worth your health. Stress is a silent killer. If you're in a job that's stressing you out, and I have some clients who came to therapy strictly because of work stressors. I'm talking anxiety to the point they was having panic attacks and couldn't breathe, nervous system firing off like crazy. They almost in tears every time they think about walking into that job. Leave. Nobody's forcing you to stay there. Get out of that place. Liberate yourself. Deliver yourself. And I'm not saying quit your job and shirk your responsibilities. You heard me say create an exit plan and go. Because you still got to be responsible. Because if you quit and now you're sitting up wondering how you going to pay your mortgage or your rent. Talking about that lady told me to leave my job. No, that lady told me make an exit plan and leave. Go do some work that's meaningful. Give yourself permission to bet on you. If you have an idea on the inside of you, an invention, if you're an entrepreneur, we all have things on the inside of us that will obtain wealth for us. God gave us dunamis. That means the ability to obtain wealth. Dunamis means ability. That means we can do it. Everything we need pertaining to life and godliness is already in us. We just got to tap in and bet on it. I took a leap of faith starting my private practice because guess what? If I don't see clients, I don't get paid. If I don't see people, my mortgage don't get paid. But I know what I heard him tell me. I know what I heard him say do and how to do. I didn't just leave my job. I made an exit plan. I decreased my caseload at that company as I took on private clients. He blessed me with independent contracting positions where some of those spaces would be filled continuously. So I didn't have to go out and find as many private clients, and I could still have income while I was building. I made an exit plan and I executed. He gives us wisdom and knowledge. Don't just, don't be stupid. Don't give yourself permission to be stupid. Partner with some smart people if you're a little slow. But professionally, a lot of times we spend more time in our jobs than we do at home. Get to the place where you leave work at work. When it's time to clock out, to close that door, that computer, whatever, leave it there. Because your family has been waiting for you all day. You need to show up for you in your free time. You need that time to refresh, to rebuild, to rejuvenate yourself, to give your mind a break from work. When I was working for that company, sometimes I would be working on notes until 9, 10 o'clock at night. Right now, today, I've been working on things, but those are things for me. Those are things for my events, my business, my dream that I want to make come true. Not fattening somebody else's pockets, not because I have to meet a quota, but it's because it's something that God put down on the inside of me to do, and I want to bring that thing to fruition. So I'm planning ahead. These are the things that I'm working on now are the things for the events for 2026. We still in 25 in November. So this is for, I'm working on the documents, the packets, the information for the classes, for the workshops. I'm putting that together. The stuff for the virtual summit, for the pastoral care thing. I'm putting that together now. So when it's time, all I got to do is execute and walk into it. Make a plan. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Plan and execute. If you don't want to be in the house that you're living in, make a plan, execute. If you don't want to be in the financial situation that you're in, make a plan, execute. Pray about it. Ask God, what do I do? How do I get out of this? How do I change this? He'll tell you. Whatever it is, he'll tell you. Trust me. So, give yourself permission to bet on you, to invest in you. All of these areas of self-care are an investment in you. You cannot go wrong investing in you because you're always going to get a positive return. You're going to be better. You're going to be healthier. You're going to be smarter, wiser, more well-rested. That's when we see that prosperity that God was talking about in the Bible. Not financially. Your soul prospers. You prosper in your health, in your wellness, and then every other area of your life will flourish when you take good care of you. We got to start with stewarding what he gave us. This is the first thing he gave us. We got to steward this well before we can steward anything else well. All right? So, I'm going to get out of here because I got to go talk to my boo before it gets too late, and get myself prepared for work tomorrow so I can go to bed at a decent time and get my rest, because I ain't going to tell y'all to do things that I'm not going to do. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I can't come on here and preach to y'all about self-care and rest and all of those things, and I don't do it myself. Now, do I get it perfect every night? No. Do I get it right all the time? Absolutely not. Am I up sometimes till 2 o'clock reading books? Yeah. But the good thing about that is I have the flexibility of setting my own schedule. So if I know that I've been up since till 2 o'clock reading, guess who's going to take a nap in the middle of the day so they can be refreshed, so that they can give their clients the best? Guess who plans out their schedule with breaks and spaces in between clients so they can give their eyes a rest, so they can get up and move around and move their body and not be stiff and stuff, so they can run an errand in between if they need to, or go to a doctor's appointment or whatever? Me. Because I sat down and I looked at the things that I needed in my life, and I planned my schedule and my day around that. I know that I don't want to do more than 4 sessions back to back for therapy, and sometimes even that's a lot. So I plan my day, 4 sessions, a break. Then I may do 2 more, or I'll do 3 and 3, or 2, a break, 3 more, a break, and then 1 more. However, depending on the day. I go to the doctor usually every Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock to get my micronutrient and vitamin injections. Guess what time my first client is on Wednesdays? At noon. Sometimes I'll do 11 because the shot only takes a few minutes, and I can run to the office, get my shot, and be back here or at my office by 11 o'clock because my appointment is at 10. I get in, get out, boom, I can go to work. If I need to move some stuff around, I can do that. Tomorrow, I got to go at 1:30 because she's not going to be open later in the week for the holiday, so my appointment's early. But I had the flexibility in my schedule to do that because it was one of the things that I asked for. I asked God to allow me to be freed up so that I could do things in the community, so I could be active and be where I'm needed. Just like the event at the school, I was able to go because I could move my schedule around. I could close off my first session that morning and go talk to the kiddos at the school. I could move that appointment to later in the day so that I can flow in my assignment and what I'm supposed to do, not just in therapy, but outside the 4 walls and in the community as well. So think about, what have you not given yourself permission to do that you need to change? And what permissions need to be revoked? What have you allowed yourself to do too much of? Cut that off. Let's change it. We still got plenty of time this year to make changes for the better, to set ourselves up to be a greater version of us coming into the new year, even into the new month. It's never too late to make a change, to do something better, to be a better version of you. All right? So come back, hang out with me next Sunday for self-care. Next Sunday is the last Sunday of the month, so we will have a special guest for spiritual self-care. Y'all will see who that is pretty soon. I'll be sharing their picture and all that good stuff. Invite some folks to like my page. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 followers on this page. So share this page with somebody and invite them to like it, to come watch Self-Care Sundays, to get involved with the other things that I got going on. And I haven't forgotten about my writers and authors. I am going to be doing some writing things this year as well, and a workshop or 2 for my writers. So stay tuned. Come kick it with me. Keep hanging out. I appreciate you more than you know, giving me your time and allowing me to pour into you and share all the things that God puts in my heart to give and share. So I hope these little nuggets bless you and help you take better care of you. As always, have an amazing week. Make sure that you take some time for self-care and come back and kick it with me next Sunday. Love y'all.